Look at these watermelon. This doesn't have any seeds. We're going to have to cut them tomorrow, guys. If they had seeds, I would be trying to plant some, but there's no room for them in the house. I'd have to go in the garage. I'm not putting them outside. There's two of them. One of them's from, I think, what's that one? This one's Big Choy. And this one is seedless watermelon. Quay Cat. This one's from Vallarta, though. But a couple of people that we know have gotten them. My son delivered a couple of them. They said they're very sweet. So we're going to try them. I'll probably cut it open tomorrow, and I'll show you guys what they look like. So, and it's from Vallarta. So usually they have some good fruit there. All right, guys. There's another interesting subject. Now, I was watching a video where they were saying that not to do a variety of things on your channel because it could be different things that are bringing people to your channel. But for me, I'm just showing my life, and I do have it in my description what is covered. There's all types of things that I do in my life. I do crafts, I do cooking, I do ministry, I do planting, I do all kinds of crafts, sewing, and I do look up other, like if I have a certain stitch that I want to make, I will look on their knitting channel and see what, if I really like it, and then I might subscribe or whatever. But I might end up splitting up some of my things that I do, but it's just my life. So it's not like I want them separate, but if it helps, I would probably separate everything, but I'm not sure about if I'm going to do that. That's a ton of things that I do in my life that would be split up all over YouTube. So I'm pretty much going to leave it the way it is. And, I'm thankful for you subscribers, and I hope you enjoy it. That's why I tell you, like what you like. What you come on there for, go ahead and like, and maybe comment on it. That way I know. Other than that, I'm going to be doing the videos that I like. So, and I want to share with you, rather, with what the family's doing or I'm doing, or what I feel like would be beneficial to those out there that are watching. So anyways, they're over there playing the video game, and I'm excited because like I said, this is like the third time I mentioned this. I get to put the fish in their tank tomorrow, and they'll be so much happier and have lots more room. So anyways, everybody stay safe out there, and it is kind of late in the evening. It's almost 10, but I'm over here working on my knitting, and I appreciate the different pointers that people are giving, but I'm not trying to change right now. I want to leave it the way it is for now, because I don't do a whole lot of too much of every single thing in order to make separate channels for all of the stuff that I do, because there's a ton of things that I actually haven't even put everything on there yet, which I'm getting ready to add my sewing on there. So it gets pretty hectic, but I could add a lot. I could have embroidery, I could have knitting, I could have sewing, I could have crafts, because there's crafts, there's I know how to do like sanding something down and varnishing it back, staining it and varnish. I know how to do all kinds of stuff. So, but I'm not trying to entertain like 10 different channels. I want to keep one so that I can build on that. That's why I categorize my videos into what they are. Like if you want to look at knitting, you can look at knitting. If you want to look at cooking, you look at cooking. If you want to look at sewing, look at sewing. If you want to look at family activities, look at that. Game night or whatever. If you want to look at my life and the things that I do pertain to my family's life, look those up, because I have them listed. That's why they have video categories, so you can see the different things. So anyways, you guys have a good night, and steadily working on them bears. They're getting ready to be done. They're going to be beautiful. We're going to cut the watermelon. Let's see. hope it's nice and juicy. Pretty thick, guys. Is that a good thing or not? Okay, let's see. Look how it looks. To take a little taste. My hands are clean. It's Swedish. Kind of sweet, guys. Not as sweet as I was hoping. Let me take another bigger, it's a little bigger piece. It's okay. It's not very sweet, but it'll be cold. And what you could do in this case is you could put like a little sugar on it, or just sprinkle some on it after you cut it. If it's not, if it's not real sweet, my mom taught me that. You can sprinkle a little sugar, and it'll get down in there and sweeten it up. Make up for where you don't have this sweetness, you know. Or put some sugar substitute, whichever way you want to do it. But this one definitely is not very sweet. Okay, so we're going to cut them and put them in those buckets, ice cream buckets. I ran out because I'm using a lot of them for my different things, so I got a pan here too to put some in. We're going to cut them okay. Believe me, it does work if you do it the way that my mom taught me this, and it never goes wrong. You'll never have a non-sweet watermelon, even if it is, when it comes off the vine. Because it looks pinkish. I knew it wasn't going to be real sweet because it was kind of pink. But take a little bit of sugar and sprinkle it on your watermelon. You can wait till you sliced it and put it in the bucket. That way you don't get the sugar everywhere. We got ant season. Should be coming out, so you don't want to get it on your counter. I'll be careful with these because I've been cutting myself lately with these knives and things. Okay, so we're going to stick them in there. That's what we're going to do with this watermelon, since it's not really sweet, okay? And let it sit in the fridge for a little bit, because otherwise it's not going to sweeten up. And another thing wrong with this, it says seedless, and then I see seeds in here. There's all kinds of seeds. I guess maybe they mean the black seeds. They're not in there or something. But anyways, that's what we're going to do with that one. And so there you go. So if you open it and you're like, ew, I don't want to bring this watermelon back, it's just not sweet, and you normally do, but it's kind of hot out, and you're like, I'm not going to take that thing back, I don't feel like it. Instead of wasting your money, I'm serious. Take a little bit of sugar, spoonful of sugar, or Sweet and Low, any kind of sugar substitute. And believe me, after it sets in the fridge for a little bit, it's going to be sweet. Guarantee. I've done this many a times. That this watermelon, I hate to say many a times. You would hope that you get a nice sweet one, but I don't know why they pulled this one out early, because it looks like it feels kind of mushy, like it was picked early. I mean, picked late, but it's not sweet enough. Definitely not sweet enough. So sprinkle a little sugar on it. And that's all you gotta do. And it's gonna soak down in there, and it's gonna be really sweet. Okay? So serious about that. I don't know, you might know that already, but I didn't know it. I used to get a lot of watermelons until my mom's like, I'm like, my watermelon was horribly bad. It was not sweet at all. And she's like, oh, to remedy that, you just put a little sugar on it. I was like, huh? Like, yeah. A little sugar. That one's going to be cut in a minute. I wanted to cut that one and see, but let's just go ahead and not waste them. I'm just wondering about the other one, if that one's sweet or not. Because this one definitely is not. It looks dark green on the outside, like it's going to be real good, you know. But it was definitely not sweet. You could tell by looking at that flesh. When it's pink like that, it's usually not sweet. It's usually not sweet. If it's like a dark red, that's usually the juice will be sweet. Haven't you ever heard that saying? My dad used to say, the darker the berry, the sweeter the juice. It's true. It's really true. It's really, really true. Of course, unless you're getting like a blonde cherry. Those are kind of sweet as sour. There you have it. Put your sugar on there, and you won't have to cry about your watermelon. If somebody comes over, well, not now, but when they come home and they're like, ooh, nice cold watermelon, they won't have to say, oh man, I know that's not gonna be sweet because it's pink like that. They'll taste it and they'll be like, oh man, how did that get sweet like that? And you'll be like, oh. Put a little sugar on it, that's all, you know. Put a little bit when you put it in the thing, and then you let it sit in the fridge for a little while. Let it get cold. And then when you get some out, it's going to be nice and sweet. Guarantee, guys. I won't lie to you. Guarantee. Stuff, big stuff in here. It's like tons of things that don't need to be in here still. Taking those out. It looks like that beer that's in the back, open from somebody, spilled back there. I'm sure I'm gonna have a dirty refrigerator to have to clean. So anyway, there you have it, guys. Just making room so I can have, because we definitely got to put this in the fridge so it can get cold, even if it were sweet. Put it in the fridge. Okay. So we've already cut some off, so we're going to take a little bit more sugar and sprinkle it. However sweet you want. If it's just a teeny bit unsweet, then you put, or if you just wanted a tad. Some people eat their watermelon, like my dad used to eat the watermelon with salt. But he still liked it sweet and add the salt to it, so this wouldn't be okay for him. This watermelon. I think it used to be way better because my mom, unless she's been taking that sugar and adding to it for years and we didn't know about it, we usually had a sweet watermelon. Because I know some people that we used to buy them from down the street. When we lived in Arizona, they were like, they grew watermelon in their yard. My mom used to buy them from them. And that's all we knew them was the watermelon people. And they always had a good watermelon. Never got a bad one. It was like a long time ago. When we were kids, you know. And you can cut them. You might be an expert at cutting them. I've seen people cut them with like lovely. You can get all the rind out if you want, you know, but these are really not sweet, I'm telling you. So I'm not bothering with digging down in there and getting that because it's not worth it. It's not worth it because it's not sweet. Definitely not sweet. It's just, look how pink that is. That's a no-no for a watermelon. The other one, I'm going to cut it, but... And this is feeling kind of smushy, like, too. It feels smushy, like it's overripe. But it's just not sweet. I don't understand that. You know, I don't know how they get a watermelon like that. You know? Bad crop. Yeah. I always say sweet because I put that on it. I thought cutting this one because it's been here for a couple days. Let's see what this one's like. We don't want them to go to waste. I hope this one's not horrible. We'll see though. Yep, this one looks pink too. See there? It doesn't look like it's going to be sweet. Let's try it. It feels kind of mushy, like it ready. That's not sweet either. It actually tastes kind of bad, like. What we'll do is leave it in halves like this, and I'm going to sprinkle this on it. Sprinkle the sugar. What the heck is going on with the watermelons, guys? Is it out of season or something? I don't understand. Really bad. Really bad. I'm going to cover it with some foil and put it in the fridge like that. I'm not going to bother even cutting, or should I just cut it up? Might as well. Might as well. This one tastes a little bit different, but I'm going to make sure it hasn't gone bad. I'd rather cut it so it doesn't, you know, nobody has to go through this. The surprise of, ew. Yeah, it's bad, guys. This doesn't even feel like it's, some of it feels okay, but a lot of it feels like it's, let me taste it again. I don't want nobody getting sick. It's bad, guys. Anyways, that's all you gotta do is, once it's in there, add some sugar on it. And it's gonna be sweet as if you just pulled it off the vine like that. Try it out. Thank you, subscribers. So I finished off putting a little sugar on there. This is the thing that I say. If you grow watermelon, any kind of fruit, you have to taste it. Maybe you have thousands and thousands of them. You're like, oh, I can't taste them all. But I would take one out of each bunch. At least one. I mean, if you care about your product, make sure it's sweet, because it's horrible when a person has to, because they're going to definitely bring it back unless they use the sugar, and people are going to get tired of doing that because it should be naturally sweet already. But see how pink those are? You could tell they're not sweet. You know, I think at Albertsons they used to cut them open because I used to bring them back. Their fruit was horrible. I mean, I brought back fruit tons of times. And so anyways, finally they started cutting them so you can see what they look like, because you can tell by the look of them. You can't tell by the outside unless somebody knows how to tell. Please comment or something, because I can't tell. I thought that, you know, you have the little brown marks and that would be like sugar because the ants or whatever trying to eat it and it's sweet. But those had a few brown marks on them, and it was not sweet. It was definitely not. And when you open it, it's pink. See, that's too pink. That's not a good watermelon. How dare them? You know, come on. Care about your stuff and don't give it to people like that, because we pay money for that and we don't want it. That's the problem with the way the world runs, is because people don't really care enough. They just want to make their money and not care about how people eat or enjoy it. You know, just sell it. Just like I was talking about the Dollar Tree stuff or whatever, Dollar General or whatever. Just because you sell it for $1 doesn't mean you got to make it cheap as can be and break, because the person's not going to go get it again. I mean, we had batteries from Dollar Tree before, and then they went out so quick, so we're like, don't get them there anymore. They might be cheap, but they don't last at all. And somebody might say, well, what do you expect for $1? But no, I expect something good for money. I don't care how much it is. If you charge somebody something, let it be. Don't let it be like, I mean, the way you would get a good name is if you make it to where the person's going to want to go back and buy it again. That's the thing right there. So, anyways, I'm going to put these in the fridge. I didn't even finish cutting it all because it's so gross. I'm telling you, it's bad taste in my mouth still. Has a watermelon taste, but it's just, ugh, the worst. I don't know what happened to it, but both of them are like that. I don't know if they just hurried up and took them off the vine, or they had I don't know how they were grown, but they're not good. So I don't know where the second one came from, but the first one came from Vallarta. And, you know, I'm not sure why. Because some people got some from Vallarta and they were sweet. So I don't know what batch. But look at that. You could tell that's not even going to be sweet by looking at how the color is. But you can't tell that from the outside. So what I would do is, you know, test your watermelons, guys, if you really care. You know, and like the lady I was saying, there's a lady and a man that used to sell watermelon in Arizona, where my mom would go drive all the way to their house to get the watermelon and wait for them to be ripe. She wouldn't buy it from anybody else, and they were very sweet. They took care to grow them, and they cared about what people got. They cared about the quality versus the quantity, and selling it and making money. That's what the whole world is going down for. You know, that's why the world is going to go away, because people do not care about other people or things, just money. So anyways, guys, I showed how to make them sweet if you want to just not take it back, because we're not going to take them back. I just already cut them up and I don't feel like it, but I let the person know that the watermelon wasn't sweet, so they don't get any more from that batch or whatever. Anyways, you guys have a good day.